Hi everyone, so we're done. I just finished working. So right now we have another video. This is going to be about bruises and lumps. You know, when you have like when you hit something, you get lumps, or bukol in Tagalog. And I tried to film this because my daughter recently had an accident in her stroller. So she fell down and it hit her head. So she had like a big lump here, really big, and it was really boasting and boast, like as big as this. Imagine her small head with this big of bruise. It was swelling. It was actually bad. And usually, if my kids would hit something, for them not to get bruises, what I'll do is, for example, they get hit here on this part. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap it like a little stronger than the usual tap that we have, just to make sure that there would be no blood clot. It's not going to bruise, and the circulation of the blood would be faster. So it's not going to leave them any bruises. So that was effective, but this time this was really bad. It was really big. As I mentioned, I showed you how big it was, like about this size, and she's just 2 years old. And then what happened was automatically it was a big lump on her forehead. And then I was frightened because I was thinking it could be a really big impact or trauma. But something probably might happen, like a worst thing probably would have like internal damage on her forehead. So luckily, fortunately, with God's help and mercy, she is okay. She didn't have that internal bleeding. She didn't throw up. She didn't feel probably a little dizzy, because that's a big impact that happened. She fell down, and because what happened was the street was very steep, and I entrusted my eldest son to hold the stroller with my daughter, my younger child in it. So unfortunately that accident happened. So it was what I did was I started tapping her here. So I think you've seen on my previous videos, there's a time lapse of how far we were walking every day, almost every day, if we got a chance. And suddenly on this pineapple field, it happened. That accident happened. So there was a bruise, there was a lump. It was frightening, and so I kept on tapping her forehead, even though we were moving, because we were filming that day. So we need to show everyone how long we are walking. And since we are far from a store where we can get ice, we can get like anything, we were far from home. Like we were like 1/3 from home. So okay, so I was tapping her up until we get at home. And what I did is, well, we passed by a neighbor, and I know that neighbor has a lot of children. So I was thinking, I think I need advices from this lady, because she had a lot of children. She has 5 children, and I'm pretty sure that she's already an expert regarding on these types of things, bruises, cuts, or anything that would make it heal. And then I was asking her, hey, do you have like any remedy, any like probably plants or herbs that would help heal my child's lump, lump. And then she said, oh, you just press a coin against it. Press a coin, we call it piso, like this one, this piso over here. And then suddenly I remember when I was a child, they used to say that, but I actually didn't believe it. Like I think it was silly. I think it's not effective. So that's what she told me. So basing on a mom with 5 children, and she said it confidently, like, oh, you just press it with a coin against the lump, and it will just stay flat. And then I was not able to ask what about the bruises, because I was so excited to try it. And what I did, so I still kept on tapping the forehead until we get home. And then when we get home, we still asked Lolo Jun, my in-law, asking him about like herbs that would work on bruises, because he saw the lump and the bruise on my daughter's forehead. He mentioned like tawa-tawa herb, I'm not sure, but when I researched on it online, they were mentioning about arnica flower. It is abundant on that place. It's just that it mentioned in the video that it would take like months before it takes effect. So, and I don't know what to do with the flower. Arnica is a flower, so do I boil it? Or what do I do with it? Do I steep it? Do I have my daughter sip the juice? I don't know what the procedure is. So what I know is arnica oil or arnica cream. So we don't have any time for buying. We don't have like extra during that time, and I was about to start my job, my work here, and I need something quick, like now. I need it now, like something effective now. So I did the coin thing, pressing it against her. Fortunately, my child was not complaining that it hurts, probably because I kept on tapping it. She got used to the pain, and I was pressing against it on that forehead. And then after pressing it probably for just 5 minutes or 3 minutes, it was flat. I was so surprised that it went flat. And it just left a bruise, like a yellow bruise, yellow pinkish bruise, probably because it's just fresh. And I placed Lucas Popo ointment, Popo or Papao. I think they pronounce it as Popo in Australia. Lucas Popo is an ointment that is made from petroleum jelly and fermented papaya. Like, I'm not sure if it's an overripe papaya, but something to do with that, with papaya. So that's Lucas Popo. And then I also noticed that my daughter actually her skin actually has a problem. Most of the time she gets bruises, especially on this part. This part always gets bruised. She would have the bruise for a week, for 2 weeks. It was too long. It was too long compared from my son, who just gets bruises like a day, and then the next day it's gone. You just put like menthol or any ointment that has menthol on it, and it's gone. But with my daughter, it's really different. And I'm guessing, I have a suspicion that she is not getting the right nutrient. There's something internal happening that is not letting her skin heal fast. So I had researched about it. So she had this problem with the skin, especially when she gets like insect bites. It takes time, like a week before it heals. Before, when she was a baby, she is purely breastfed when she was a baby. But up until 1 year old, it was pure, no rice, no solids or anything. So what's happening is that I was just massaging the itchy part or the insect bite parts with extra virgin coconut oil, and it's gonna be gone overnight. It was that effective. But when she turned 1, when she started eating carbohydrates, she started to taste like yogurts in a box. The juices, she was able to manage to slip a chocolate or a candy, so she knew that those taste good. And every time we're not looking, she knows where to get it. Sometimes she would find like little pieces on the floor, and she would eat it. So, and sometimes when you go somewhere and the grown-ups would love to see her, would always offer candies, sweets to her, so she would definitely eat it. And so I think that was the time that I had a hard time with her skin. I'm trying to look for remedies. At first, the Lucas Popo, it was working, and then after like a few days, it's not working anymore. It's just calming down the itchiness. Up until now, I'm still using Lucas Popo. It's calming down the itchiness. It's just that the lumps on the itch, on the bites, are still there, and the itchiness would just come back probably after a few hours, and then most of the time at night, because I don't know, probably because it takes a long time before we put another smear of the ointment. And then I also find out about this oil. My mom recommended me this oil. This is the Hiling Galing. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but I'll put a picture somewhere here. Hiling Galing oil. So she just mentioned that I just need to use a few drops of it and try to massage it. So what I did is I really had like a drip of that oil, and then massage it to the whole part where there is like a bunch of insect bites. So what I noticed is that it's taking effect. Yes, the itchiness are calming down. It's taking effect like 3 days, so I was already happy with it, because compared to the virgin coconut oil, it's already been a month, but it's not letting go of the scars. It's not lightening the scars. It's not helping anymore. So I was actually quite sad, because I really like coconut oil, extra virgin coconut oil, at anything. Internally intake or externally, I really like it, because it's very effective and it's natural, and it has a lot of benefits, especially in losing weight. Okay, especially in ketogenic diet. Okay, now going back. So that's the condition that she has, and I knew that this is something like a deficiency, like a vitamin deficiency. So I researched about it. The most reliable YouTuber that I watch regarding these health things is Dr. Berg, Dr. Eric Berg. So that's where I learned about keto. That's where I learned about why these bruising takes place, what kind of vitamins does your body need for it to repair, or for you to be more healthy, and treat the problem. Okay, so I'm doing this video so I can prove that these things work. Well, it worked for me. Well, my daughter has a different condition, so let's see if it will work for her. I'm going to show you a picture, probably here, of how the forehead looks like. Here. I'm going to put it, I'll probably just insert it on the video, so how it looks like. And what we did was, as I mentioned, we pressed on the coin against it on that day that she had that accident. And then I put Lucas Popo, I put the Hiling Galing oil. I'm also going to show you the picture. So, and then at night, I smeared, I top it up with Colgate, a toothpaste. It's Colgate Active Salt to be specific. And then overnight, I'm going to show you another video that if it's really effective. Actually, it didn't take off the bruises totally. It still shows the bruises, so it's not going to be overnight, not really true. Probably just for my daughter because she has this condition with her skin. Now, probably in other people it would work, but with my daughter it did not work. So those toothpaste thing, with my daughter it's not working. So I hope it works for you, but with my daughter it did not. So up until now, it's been like a week now when that accident happened. It's still there. The bruises are still there. We're not getting enough sunlight right now because right now the kidnapping outside, we're in the city right now, so the kidnapping in the city is very rampant. So we're scared to go outside and have her forehead be on the sunlight, because I know the sunlight will help break down the bruises. There's something in the sunlight, I just can't remember what it is, but it will help the bruises to break down. It's going to be lighter. It's going to be away. It will fade away because of the sunlight. Now going back, what does my daughter need? She needs zinc, and we can get it from eggs, especially those eggs that are half cooked. And I'm letting her take vitamin C, Selene Plus, Selene Plus chewables, if you are familiar, because it's very potent. We've been using it for some time now. It's very potent. It's very effective. The vitamin C is absorbed right away, and it's worth money. It's worth the money, and it has zinc. Definitely, you can see the complexion lightens. So what happens with vitamin C and zinc? It actually creates internally the collagen. That it's not a synthetic collagen that you intake, just like those things that for beauty purposes. So this one is a more effective one. So you will combine vitamin C with zinc. So I need more zinc because I think eggs are the best options when it comes to zinc, when it comes to sulfur, when it comes to a lot of things, protein. So probably not too much because they have history of asthma, but I actually haven't proven about the egg thing when it comes to asthma. So I would have vitamin C, the chewables, and the zinc coming from the eggs. Now, she is also obviously K1, vitamin K1 deficient. So we would get that from leafy green vegetables. So recently, we are not in the countryside, so we're not getting enough leafy green vegetables here. And also, we need to cut down on sugar, because sugar is the culprit for a bad skin. Like if your skin has a lot of acne, if your skin is rough, flaky, it's dry, it's because of sugar. So I noticed that she's getting her sugar from the juices, the yogurts, the boxes, what else? The candies that those other grown-ups are providing. I'm not providing any candies. Sometimes I would give her dark chocolates just to keep her down, because currently, if you don't know, I am currently pregnant, so I'm having trouble with managing the tantrums that she most of the time has, and at the same time I have my morning sickness. So if that at the same time happens, it's going to be, I need a chocolate. I need a chocolate to calm her down. Okay, so quite guilty about that, because I know the dark chocolates here that are available are really not purely the dark chocolate, so it still has a little sugar in it. Okay, so we're going to cut down on firstly are the sugars, the sweets, and then we're going to continue the vitamins that she has. We're just going to add more eggs, and we're going to add more dark leafy greens, vegetables. Very important when it comes to skin. I have tried it when I was doing my ketogenic diet, so I hope that helped. And another bonus I was not able to use, they said that this is a very effective oil for bruises, is the black seed oil. I think it's going to be available in Healthy Options. I haven't checked yet. I can't search their website. I can't go to the nearest Healthy Options because back then we were in the countryside, so it would take me like 3-hour bus ride to get there, and I need to do a lot of things. 3 hours is actually just a one-way ride, and then going back is another 3 hours, so that's going to spend a lot of time. It's very tiring. I still need to bring my kids with me every time I travel, so that's not going to be an option. So if ever black seed oil works for you, then you can try it. That's good. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you the rest of the picture. So we have this. I hope this helps. I hope that every children would have like a good diet, because nowadays, most of the time, there are instant food, like like fast food, not very healthy. If you can prepare your food by yourself, that's going to be better, so you can make sure that it's really healthy, no additives, no bad things, no junk foods are included. Okay, so again, my name is Carla, and I hope this is very helpful.